Hi all, welcome back to more Europa Universalis Price Power. This is Ambitious Margrave Solo Scenario. This is my part 84. So just uploaded part 83 there. Been absent again for another couple of days. But should be able to get a couple of 2 or 3 parts done over the next 2 or 3 days. So yeah, and we're finishing the penultimate round. We're about to move into the last round, aren't we? So just watching back in the last part yesterday, there was a lot of thinking going on. A lot of cogs turning and a lot of talking, not much doing. So, I don't know. I think maybe a bit too much, but I know some of you have commented on you like listening to my thoughts and things and my thought process and whatever. But maybe that part was a bit much. I suppose I'm getting near the end trying to work out what the best things are to do, and I'm still not sure. And I think in the end, a lot of this I just decided to just sort of go for, and I'm not sure what Austria are actually going to do. Which I suppose is quite exciting. We'll find out shortly. And I did comment on, take a note on one mistake, and I think it was mainly because I was rushing up here. Rushing, not Russian. When the DMPR expanded into Luxembourg. Well, that shouldn't have happened, so let us remove that just now. Because I clicked when I remember saying, what was it? Did I comment that Mick said something about this? No. Anyway, Luxembourg's the capital, and it's still the capital of, what is it, Burgundy, isn't it? Now, if Picardy here had been taken, if it was French owned, then we would have been able to expand that DMPR into Luxembourg. However, Luxembourg's the capital of Burgundy, and there's still another province. So, if we look down here, I know I went over this before, back when we'd done it before, when I was getting a bit mixed up. Because I think I tried to do this already, and Mick's put me right and says, no, you can't take it over if it's the capital and there's still other provinces. So it says here, place a matching DMPR token on a province adjacent to the DMPR. On a province adjacent to the DMPR, but its preferences are it wants the same area if possible. I think if we come down to that. This may not be a capital unless it is the last remaining province of an NPR, nor can it be occupied, owned by the DMPR's ally, or owned by the DMPR's ally. Yeah, I forgot we had Austria had an alliance token in there. That's the thing I was thinking about. So I'm going to put that alliance back in there. When did they get that alliance? When we declared war on Austria, I know they benefited from this alliance. There's one in Switzerland. I think these are the two that got placed. Did they get placed after the fact? Yeah, they did, Grant. Because that's why we deliberately made the declaration of war before the alliances got placed, didn't we? Yeah, because we knew they were going to benefit by getting another 4 ball power or something. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, I think that's okay then. So, yeah, and I'm putting the lines back because the DMPR is not going to stretch into Luxembourg. Although if it did, that alliance would indeed go away. I'm pretty sure that got straightened out to me. So, where does it go then? So it'd be auto resolution, by the way. So it's here. It's not that anybody's getting a choice here. Prioritize province. At least I don't think. No, it was because it was the last card, wasn't it? Or was it? Or was it the one I played? No, it was the last card. It was that one. That was the one I played, which just had the attrition, and that was the one to resolve. So they were with auto resolution. Yeah. Okay. So they will target the eligible NPR with the lowest NPR strength. Civil realms are tied use alphabetical order. I think I missed a bit there. Prioritise provinces and areas where the DMPR already owns provinces. Then provinces and areas adjacent. They will target the eligible NPR with the lowest NPR strength, and then alphabetically. So they now can't target anything in that area. So they're going to have to look outside the area. And it is just an NPR. So actually, they might actually go for Picardy. In fact, well, hang on, this is adjacent. No, it's not. Well, yeah, it is. Because this is spread into 2 areas, isn't it? So it could go adjacent into this area. These are all 1s. That's our alliance one. No, actually, that's a 2. So these are all 1s. So it would target one of these maybe, or it could do Picardy, which is adjacent. Well, actually, or it could come into here and do files or mains. This is a 2. This is a 1. This is a 1. So I think that's all the options. So what about alphabetically between all of them then? Because these are all 1 NPR strength. And what's the lowest? Alphabetical order. So that's a P. That's a P with an F. So that's winning. That's an M. So that's winning. But up here I think we've got Hamburg. Hanover. No, Hanover doesn't count. That's part of Brunswick, isn't it? Oh, Bremen. Bremen's alphabetically first. I think it's going to be Bremen then. And yeah, I mean, although Bremen is a capital, it's the only province. It's the only one. So yeah, okay, I'm going to go with that. I'm not so sure it's a huge big deal. I'm just going to use this slightly different coloured one as well. But it's all the same. So I think that's where that should have went instead there. So that alliance is still there. Okay, right, let's carry on with the end of the round then. Stuff. So it's been a while since we've done this. So peace and rebels. Well, this is going to be, something's going to happen here because we do have rebels, don't we? At the next phase, remove CB tokens and truces, and there's none of that going on. NPR invasions, they were advanced rules, we're not doing that. So rebels, siege or move. Right, within steps 1 and 2 resolved by area in order of. Well, let me see, does the bot deal with this any differently? Rebel siege or move. No, it's resolved as normal. So, in areas with unrest, the rebels siege unrest. The priority is large provinces. So, I think what's going to happen is both these towns are going to be sieged because we've got rebels in areas with. I'd rather read. I'm in this bit at the back of the book. This sort of reference thing. I think I'd rather. I'm looking at this, page 37. If these 3 steps see page 9. That's what we're doing right now. So page 9. I'll just jump back to that quickly. Yeah, I suppose it's clear here. If there are rebel units on the board, within each step, resolve areas in order of the most rebels to the fewest rebels. So we're going to resolve this area first. Royal... What is it? Royal Hungary. So for areas with both rebels and unrest, which is what we've got there, the rebels in each area now siege any towns with unrest that they can. Each rebel has a siege strength of 1. The rebels will siege large provinces first, when possible then pick alphabetically. Right, well there's only the 1 province, there's 4 siege strength. Now, it depends on if it's a core province or a non-core province. Well, this one is a non-core province. Well, something in there. Take that away. Don't know where that's come from. Bit of my breakfast or something. Don't know where that came from. Yeah, so this is a non-core province. Now this one is going to be a core province because there's a core token in there. So it's a non-core province. So that's liberated, see page 37. Owners must return the town to their player mat and place a CB token on the new province owner. Eh? Page 37 for that. Liberation. A province which is assigned a rebellion result or siege by rebels is immediately liberated if it is occupied by an enemy of its lawful owner, in which case the occupier's town is simply returned to the player mat, remove the corresponding cube from the lawful owner's player's mat. If A is true, do not consider B or C. Yeah, I don't know what that talking about the CB is. So I think all that happens there is this comes off, it goes back on the player mat. Now there's no cube to remove because they're an NPR. So, but this I want to say is going to go back on here. However, that cube is then just going to move to there. I think that's how it has to happen. So that's that one done, and then coming back to this one now. This is a core province, so it's going to place a rebel town on top of the owner's town. Is that, isn't it? Yeah. So we're going to place this on top of this. And cover up another thing, I think. Where am I? I'm lost. And cover the rightmost vacant slot on their town track with a cube. Yeah, so they're going to lose. So it was 2 that they lost, which is right. So the manpower has dropped to 5, 9, but it's still getting 3 from that, 12. It's not dropping quite as quick as I thought it might have been doing. So that's the 2 resolutions there for the rebels. And there's not any areas that have rebels and no unrest. So that's it. That's that part resolved. Right, I might as well that's us now going into peace resolution. So, right, so yeah, I was wondering about this. I was wondering if something different might happen here because Austria do have an army this time. Looking at, and there's rebels on the board as well, because it's mentioned about rebels being on the board, and they've got an army of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and if we count the rebels as well, that's another 6. That's 12. My army is 2, 4, 5, 6, 7 in army 2 and 1 in army 1, so that's only 8. I've got 8 units on the board, and Austria and the rebels count to 12, so it could be, I want to say that might be turn into something. So peace resolution. Well, you know what? It's me. I'm the first player, so I suppose we should look at that first. Right. Well, let's try and work our way through this. I noticed there was a post on a recent post on BGG asking about if there's any video footage covering all this peace resolution. And yeah, I think I've said many a time that this is something that could do a video in itself, going through all this, getting people to understand it, and not just this from the multiplayer side. Also, if you like, maybe even a 2-part video, one that takes care of the bot side of peace resolution as well. Because I do think it's one of the most complex parts of the game, but anyway. Maybe it'll happen one day. They did. I mean, I think the designer that done that video, the original video, which is good. I think was intending to do more, but I suppose it's getting the time. So I'm getting the time to do these things, but it would be beneficial to a lot of people, and I think that also that video where the guy's basically saying it's the game's just not unplayable. I don't think he used the words unplayable, but he was basically saying that it was just so hard to come to terms with how it all works and whatever. So things like that are only going to improve it and bring more people to play the game, I suppose, if they have more learning videos out there to help you understand these things. Okay, peace resolution. Any wars satisfy automatic white peace? Well, no, again, automatic white peace. And remember, we're just looking at the war between Brandenburg and Austria. And automatic white peace is neither side in the war occupy any of the enemy's provinces. Well, that's not true. We occupy 4 of their provinces. They don't occupy any of ours, but we occupy 4 of theirs. So no. Any player realm at war satisfies total victory conditions. Well, not total victory, no. Any player realms with unresolved wars, yes. Any of these want to end the war? Well, I'm just going to say no to this. See, I think I should go into the next round. I mean, because if I'd say yes to this, I think we end up just giving everything back. No. No, hang on. No, hang on, Grant. No, this is where I said no before and we didn't get a resolution. No, this is where you can go to change things up. But I think I should keep the war going into the last round. Now, I'm not sure. These guys that have done this before are probably saying, no, you should bail out now and deal with it now. And I might find that that's a mistake, what I'm doing just now, keeping the war going. I might find... Or it might be that I'm not able to keep this war going, like I said, because of the state of Austria actually have an army and there's rebels on the board. So... let's just say I think I'm going to say I don't want to end the war. All player land units in neutral areas must place these to the nearest friendly area. I have none of that, no. It's fine. Our armies are in friendly areas. Well, actually. It just says neutral areas. Because in actual fact, my land units are in hostile area. One of them's in a hostile area, really, isn't it? It's not in a neutral area anyway. So, and that would then end the process here. Right, I'll look at the bot side of it. We may come back to that though, just in case it's foolish to be. Or I might have to come back to that once I find what he's going to do. Right, so let's look at it from the bot side of things then, for Austria. On my white piece, no. Has achieved a total victory against NPR enemy, no. At war with a human player, yes. Enemy player realm surrenders, well, no. Right, now here we go. So, army is greater than or equal to 2 times land units deployed by enemy player realm. 2 units located in distant continents, right, okay. So, their army is 6. It is not greater than or equal to 2 times my land units. I mean, I'm looking at Army 1's got 7 units in it. Army 2's got 1. I don't know if I could add them both together, but it's still not going to be 2 times, right? So that's no. Where do we go? Down here. Right, the tax value of enemies de jure provinces occupied by the bot is 0. So that is not greater than or equal to the tax value of mine. So that's a no as well. So yeah, he is still looking at offering white peace. Right, so it's not really that army factor is not coming in it, is it? So bot offers white peace. Is a white peace accepted? Well, basically that's me decide yes or no. I mean, if I do that, it just returns them all to their... Well, it returns them to their lawful owners, which would... Actually, yeah, because none of them are cored by Austria, so it would basically return them all to their NPRs. But I'm better going down that other tree and resolving the war that way and benefiting from returning them. Because I think you were getting one prestige each for returning one, weren't you? But I figure this is why I want to keep it to the last round and do it in the last round, maybe. Or do what I've got to do. It could be a mistake, I don't know. Ending the war, ending the game on a... Well, that would still be ending the game on a truce, wouldn't it? Because we would resolve the war then. Right, I'm going to stick with it anyway, and we're just going to say no. So we're going to say no to the offer of white peace. No peace concluded. Any remaining wars to resolve during this step of the peace resolution. No, end bot peace resolution. So that's going to be nothing happening, basically. Whether that's a mistake or not, we will maybe find out. And maybe should be giving some of this back, I don't know. Okay, back to... let me just use this thing since we're at this end of the book. So that was... So is it incoming upkeep now? No, we missed a step, surely. Rebel siege are moved. Peace resolution is D. Yeah, here we go, yeah. E, prestige penalties. And yeah, no, this is where I knew I was going to score. Because they're going to lose prestige equal to the tax value of occupied towns. Let's say a maximum of 5, but... Ian, if you like reading that in the rule book. Right, disputed succession. Flip over all marriages that still display on their other side. Each player would lose 3 prestige. So if we had done that to him, he would have lost 3 prestige, because that was one of the event options, wasn't it? So none of that happened. And then occupied towns. Players who now have towns that are occupied by enemies or rebels lose prestige equal to their tax value. Oh. And it's a maximum of 5. Now, does the bot get away with it in there? Where are we? Prestige penalties resolved as normal. I've just realised rebels are occupying this town as well. So it's going to be a full 5, because we've got 1 there in that area, then 1, 2, 3 in that area, that's 4, and then the rebels is 5. So he's going to lose 5 prestige. Now that's nice. So down to 46. I mean, still got over double our score, but well. Right, and then nobody else has got any issues with that. So that was only affecting them. Let's go back to page 9. So then, interregnum, we don't have an interregnum. Religious dissent. Players who have religious dissent must add 1 unrest to one of their towns. And then vassals in areas. Yeah, okay. And the bot only gets 1 of these, doesn't it? Is he not? Bot's getting a maximum of 1 in this step. Okay, so... Right, so me first then. Yeah, because I'm first player. So, what am I looking for? Yeah, areas that I have towns that are not my religion. Yeah, I don't think there is any. We are Protestant, remember. So, this is good, good, and good. Yeah, we're fine. We don't have any vassals, so we're okay. Austria have well, I don't know. Do they have any? Because we're just occupying these towns in this area. These would be in religious dissent for Austria, and so would that, because it's in a Protestant area. That is the only 2. So what does it say? Back on page 9 there. How does it word that then? players who have religious descent, which is a religion other than their state religion in any of their areas. Right. Now I seem to remember that. I think cause area. Friendly areas are those that contain any friendly provinces. Oh man, I'm not sure here. Any of their areas. I don't know, and this is also the question. This is maybe a time to go and at least either find out or ask this question, because when it comes to the next, well, I'm saying the next step. Where are we just now? Yeah, well, we've got gain/remove unrest to come after that step, which they will actually remove. Well, actually, Austria will gain one because they're still at war. Oh no, they gain two. Now, do they gain... Bots gain 2 for being at war. Yeah, then if a bot is an administration ideas, it will remove 1 to 2. Yeah, they're going to remove 1. But what also kind of like my question wanted to be: is this considered an unrest for them if we're occupying it? So. Yeah, I mean, are these Austrian towns here or here in religious descent? And is this a town in unrest for purposes of the rebel dice roll? I suppose I could just ask that as a 2-part question. Maybe I'll go and have a little look first rather than being lazy, so give me a second. Okay, started having a little look, but then just bailed and took the easy way out and asked the question on the Discord. So a 2-part question about the 2 things. So, well, I guess we need to know the answer to that, because if the first part is right, then obviously one more of these towns is going to be put into unrest, and then, well, yeah, I get the feeling that maybe the answer to these is going to be no and no, but I'm not really that sure. I think the fact we've got towns on top, then whatever's happening underneath isn't really relevant, but I don't know, I could see that either way, I suppose. Well, let's skip on to France then. So France have got religious descent here, here, and here. So remember, they can only they add 1. They get a maximum of 1. Each of their towns, right? So it's just going to be their choice. It's going to be alphabetical, isn't it? Bourbon? No, Artois. Yeah. I think that's been flipped before, of course, isn't it? So Artois, that was in religious descent. Yeah, and that's the first alphabetically, yeah. Okay, so that would be that. Now then, gain/remove unrest. Right, well, I think we're going to have to wait and come back to Austria once I get an answer to my question. So let's get by Austria here, and then I'm going to have to stop before rolling rebel dice. So players still at war must add unrest to 2 of their towns. Oh, yuck. This is going to be a horrible rebel dice roll for us, isn't it? So I've got to add 2. Oh, God. and these are all complete anyway. Oh man, I really think I need to add it to my core provinces, but because if I don't add it to core provinces and I get a rebellion, then it just liberates them, doesn't it? Now we do have our army in here, but remember it's only got 1 unit, and there's already 2 unrest in here. I can't add it anymore to here. Now, hold on then, Grant. My core... Oh no, these are cored. These are cored, Grant, because of the core token. Right, I'm going to go with that then. So I'm going to pick Stettin. And what's the next one? Stralsund. So at least if there is a rebellion roll in that area, it'll just be a rebel town going on top. And we're going to be able to try and do something about that. Whereas if we target any of these, then they're just going to get liberated. I think that's right, isn't it? Okay, so that's my choice. And Austria have got to pick 2. France are not at war. Hold on, Grant. We're going to get to remove one as well. Yeah, we're going to get to remove one as well. Oh, hang on, I've got an answer. Let's get the answer first. Okay, the answer to both is indeed, it doesn't apply. Mix replied, he first highlighted this. Didn't have a rules reference, but I found it was under unrest, page 37. Unrest that is covered by a rebel town or a town of a player realm occupant does not count for any purpose. So there we go. So it doesn't count for rolling for rebel dice if it's an unrest, whatever. I mean, imagine if my town comes off it again and it's still sitting in unrest. Well, that's another thing. Does not count for any purpose. Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, so just had a follow-up, although felt like a daft follow-up because it clearly states it there that unrest that's covered by that does not count for any purpose. But I just wanted to make sure, because remember, Austria have the option to remove unrest as well. So the follow-up question was, it seems to read that you wouldn't be able to remove unrest from these towns that are occupied by rebels or opponents as well, and Mix confirmed that is correct. Okay, so it doesn't apply. And then the other one was, I don't know if he quoted this from the rules or not, but basically I mean, this isn't an area of Austria. I mean, I still feel like it's a hostile area, and I've been classifying that as a hostile area, but sort of starting to wonder now, because basically he's saying there that Austria, if the answer was, hang on, let me see. If in a given area your only province is currently occupied by an enemy, that means that you don't own provinces there, so it is not your area, meaning is not affected by religious dissent. Not sure if you heard me properly there, but I was over at the computer. So he does not, these are all occupied by Austria. He doesn't have, if he still had one town in there, then it would be class. So yeah, it's basically saying no, it's not. These are not affected by religious dissent, and the same as the one in that area as well. Okay, so it was as I maybe thought would come about, but still wasn't too sure about that. It feels like that's how it should work. It feels a bit strange that you should be considering towns that are occupied for these purposes. So Austria would not gain anything in religious dissent, just jumping back there. And so right, yeah, so they wouldn't get nothing in religious dissent because none of their other towns are in Protestant areas. Or is there any diverse faiths? There's one there. No, not where their towns are. So no religious dissent. So then just jumping on, they're going to then gain remove unrest. So they're going to gain 2 unrest, and then they're going to remove 1 because they've got the idea. So they're going to gain 2, and that's because they're still at war, remember. So alphabetically, we're just going to flip the second alphabetically one, isn't it? So we've got, oh, Carnton's big, so it's small one. We've got Crane, I think that's the first one, isn't it? Yeah, so we would be flipping Crane and, no, that's a big one as well. That's an O. Holstein, no, Holstein's a big one as well. So we've got an O up there, OS, OSTJ, OSTE, yeah, so it's that one. Singai, Stearman, Tyrrell, Crane. Yeah, so it'd be Crane and Oster, whatever that is. Ostrich. They're the 2 that would be getting flipped, but then we're going to unflip one of them, and we would unflip Crane again. Yeah, I think that's right. Yeah, so they gain the 2, and then we flip that one back over because they've got the idea up there. Okay, and so we've gained our 2 as well, but we've not removed, remember we did keep our stability up here, so we are at the state now where players with +2 stability or higher may remove 1 unrest from one of their provinces. So yeah, I think I should take one of these back so that we're only at least rolling 1 dice in that area, because that's a more dangerous. Or yeah, at least if we roll 1 rebellion in there, we do have an artillery unit. I mean, I don't want to lose it, but I think that's where we should flip that. So that gives us only 1 die roll in that area, 2 die roll in that area, but we've got 1 army, we've got 1 unit, so, and then we've got 3 in this area, but we've got an army, so yeah, I think that's it. And then right, hang on. Well, France are going to remove 1, take 1 back as well, aren't they? They weren't gaining, they're not at war, but they have the idea as well, so they're going to flip Artois back again, that's why. That was the one they got for Roger's Descent, but they've got the idea that removes an unrest in this, in phase H. Sorry, in step H. Right, so now Rebel Dice. So, well, it's me first again in turn order, I guess. So we're going to roll 1 dice in this area, 2 dice in this area, 3 dice in this area. So let's just do it in that order. So let's get all 3 Rebel Dice at the ready. Oops. Right, so 1 for the first area. And this is, we really don't want a rebellion on this one, because that's then going to rebel town that down. Money wise, well, we did gain some ducats off the event, so I think we've got 5. We've got spare monarch power as well, so none of them would be terrible, I suppose. Right, let's see what we get. No! Damn it! Ah, man. Right, so let's just double check this. Now, what's the procedure for that? 37. So rebellion, yeah. Right, if you have any military units in the area you rolled for, remember that. That is in this area, and that's a no. Then we'd remove 1 of the units for each rebellion result rolled. If you have no units removed, you must assign each rebellion result to one of your towns with unrest of your choice in that area. Well, I've only got 1. Rebels will cease to take control of it, the province you assigned the rebellion to. If you assign it to a core province, which is what it is core because of the core token, you must place a rebel town on top. Let me find another one of them then. There we go. Yeah, so it's not, if this wasn't core, like I say, this would come off and go back to our player mat. So this goes on there. However, we do have to put a cube on here, don't we? Because they've taken that. Yeah. Place a rebel town on top of your town and cover the corresponding slot in your town or vassal tract on your player mat with a cube. If the chosen province is one that you occupy or is not one of your core provinces, it'll be liberated. Right, now, to what happens to that again? Does that just sit there and do nothing? Well, when I say do nothing, it's maybe done what it's done. It's removed one tax income and half a manpower, what is it? Is that right? Something like that. How do we remove that? We siege it, don't we? But I don't think I don't think it's a major concern, though, is it? I don't think anything worse is going to happen if we don't rush and get it sorted. Maybe. Well, I'll think about that. Right, well, that wasn't a great start, so I'm now going to do the two where we've got the single artillery unit in the army. So 2 dice this time. Come on, be kinder. Oh, that's... Oh no. It's sort of better. Well, this one's good. This one's not. Because... I don't know, does that have to come from our army in the area? I don't think it does, actually. So this one's remove one unrest of your choice in the area you just rolled for. Right? So let's just remove it from that column. So that was good. But the other one was a manpower, and it says exhaust one manpower. Move one regular unit from available will have none. I've got 2 units lying down there. I can only assume that they've just tumbled over. Yeah. I'm pretty sure these are all exhausted. Hang on. Right, sorry, interruption. Yeah, I can't believe any of these were available. Pretty sure we wanted everything. So, hang on though, what does it say? I think I can take it from the other army. Move one regular unit from available or from your deployed units to exhausted. So, the fact that Army 1 is in the area that's concerned, you would kind of think that it had to come from Army 1, but it's not saying that. Move one regular unit from available or from your deployed units to exhausted. See, because even if we didn't have an army in that area, I think we would still, if we didn't have an army in that area and we had nothing available, we could remove it from any army, I think. It sort of feels like I should be removing this one, but it's not saying that, so I'm just going to go with this. I could go and ask about that, but let's not. I mean, yeah, or from your deployed units. Where is it specifically? See, when you roll the rebellion, it says if you have any military units in the area you rolled for. I mean, surely if it was exhausting units, it would say from deployed units in that area, wouldn't it? I would think so. I think that's fine what I've done. Okay, so, and then we removed the unrest as well. Right, okay, so now we've got this area that's got 3. So, here we go. Oh, come on. Oh, we got a blank. 2 rebellions. Man. Well, it's got to be an R2 unit, isn't it? Well, our army's getting wiped out. So we've taken our 2 infantry units away. And now it's starting to look kind of iffy, I think. Well, my only hope is that Austria's more concerned about the rebels than us. Whether it pans out like that or not, I don't know, but yeah. Right, not the best roll in there. Right, so who next would be Austria. Now they have no unrest. Oh, why? They've got this one. Remember, we can't consider, these are not considered underneath these towns. They do have one though. What is it with them? They just roll for all areas at once, and they only roll 5 dice at most, right? So they're only rolling 1 here. I don't think that's really another blank for them. I think the last 3 they've rolled have been blank. I don't think anyone would have really done them much damage there though. And then France have got 1 as well, so yeah. They lose a manpower, which is just a ball power, isn't it? Yeah, lose 1 ball power. So France lose 1 ball power. So that does go back to the supply, right? Right, that's all of that. So I'll just move on in 46 minutes, yeah. I need to be going shortly as well. So that was roll rebel dice. So now we're on to income and upkeep. Cut costs, collect income. That's like, I got used to using that one at the back for this. So it's funny how you prefer some bits of the rules and prefer some bits of the other player aids and things. So cut costs, no. Recall ships at sea. Just leave it, I think. Well, I suppose the one thing about losing the army is it's less income to pay. Because, yeah, I did actually wonder about my money. I'm like, well, you're going to gain some money though, Grant. Right, so let's collect income. So let's have a look here. And to be honest, I could probably put that light out just now so we can avoid the glare here. So we got 18, let's say we just lost 1 because of that rebellion as well. 18, 4 is 22. We're going to get 2 from that, so that's 24. 24. And then we've got advisor upkeep. That's 1, 4, that's 5, 7. So what did I say? 24, 7. So that's us down to 17. Military maintenance, 17. We're down to 17. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and a ship is 6. That's us down to 11. No plague. Interest on loans, yeah. There's 3. So that's us down to 11. That's us down to 8. We already got the +2 for that. That's it. 8. I suppose we were. I'll take 2 5s actually. Put 2 singles back. Yeah, that's right, yeah. Okay. Corruption, no likely to ever see that in this game. And then collect monarch power, right. So what are we getting here? We've got a good ruler. So for an administrative, 4 + 2 is 6. So we're going to get 6 to this 2 is going to be 8. That's 8. And then we get 3 from the ruler and diplomatic and another +3. So we're going to get 6. On top of the 4 is going to be 10. Right, we're running out of cubes. And then for military, unfortunately that's the worst one, isn't it? So 2 from the ruler and 1. So only 3 military power. That's not great. That's not what we wanted, was it? We wanted some of this over here. Well, that's what it is. Yeah, and we've not got 3. If we got 3 stability, we'd get another +2, and that we would definitely be picking military power for that. Right then, so for the bots, They're going to gain 7. So this all gets wiped out. So 7 plus or 2 is going to be 9. Same got 9, and France are going to get 7 plus the 4 is going to be 11. Same got 11. Now, what's the extras then? Papal controller receives 1. Yeah, Austria's going to get 1 for being papal controller. And Emperor 9. We need to roll dice, right? We're hoping for a bad roll for them here. Hoping for a 1 or something low that might drop it down. A 3, maybe. No, I don't think so. I think it's got to be. What is it at? It's at 3, isn't it? So 3, if 1 or less than or equal to current number minus 2. Current number minus 2 is going to be 1, isn't it? 3 is 1. Yeah, no, I would have to roll 1 there, wouldn't I? Right, but it's not 3, it'd be current number plus 2. If it's greater than that, I would raise it. So that's 3 plus 2 is 5. Yeah, I would need to roll a 5 or a 6 to raise it. I needed to roll a 1 to drop it. So it's going to just stay where it is. However, they are going to gain 1 more bot power for that as well. So they've got a fair bunch. France, I want to say, is going to get an extra 1 as well because of the towns. They've got all their large towns out. So they receive 1 for that. And that'll be that. Yeah. Score prestige, uncontested papal controller. He's going to score points there as well. So he's uncontested. It's player realms, Catholic player realms -1. There's 2 of them because remember we are not. -1 is 1. So he's going to gain a points. He's going to go up from 46 to 47. Which I've just done. He's not at 6 in the Emperor. No active crusades. Right, clean up, update and refresh. Allied units and armies. What's available? Right, update manpower and then refresh half exhausted units. Right, well let's sort out Austria while we're still up there then. So their manpower is going to be 5, 9, and then 3 for that is 12. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, hang on, I'm not counting these. They stay, don't they? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So I'm going to lose 2. And they come from, pretty sure you take them from the reserve first, don't you? Pretty sure it'll tell me that they are. When decreases, bots removed from reserve first, yeah. Okay, so that is them go at 12, eh? That is right. So there's a slight drop, but yeah, could have been better. And then France are 7, and that's 8, that's 15. They get no benefit, so 15, yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Yeah, they're fine. And then us, 9, 10, 11, and then is it 5 of these we've got now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, yeah. It's 5 of them. So what did I say? 9, 10, 11, 5. Right, we moved up 1 then. 16. Yeah, I think we would have. Yeah, look, that lost us a manpower. Damn it. So hang on, 9, 11, 16. Yeah, so 16, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then we've got 15. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Yeah, so we get 1 more. That will go into available. Then we get to refresh half of these. But a maximum of 6. 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we're going to get 5 of these back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Damn it, at least 5. I was hoping to have just got away with leaving 4, then, you know, that's one. That's just one unrest to bring them back, but I should probably put that light back on. Where are we? It's still in the glary bit though, Grant. I think that's all solid down there anyway, isn't it? Remove from change national focus, right, that comes away. And just tidying the board up. And again, I still feel like this just stays like this because they're still at war. Yeah, I think so. Remove ill health from the map. Emperor's at peace. No, remove tags from committed. Player around first to get past is the first player token. Well, that is going to be Austria, so they're going to be first player. And we're going to be third, so it's going to be Austria, France, and us. Then reshuffle the bot decks and discard down to 5 action cards. Well, I've only got 2 action cards left. These are 2. I've had this for ages, not done anything with that. I never get the time to do everything. But, yeah. I know. Possibly my move this turn is to either move into here or move into there and try that siege assault and see how that works out. But there's probably a few things to get in the way of that before we start. And we've only got 3 military power, and we also need to build. We've only got 13 ducats. Remember, we're still to draw cards. We've got 3 loans. We weren't able to pay any loans off. Yeah. Okay, so let's reshuffle the bot decks. Well, you know what? I don't even need to touch that, do I? No, there's no point, mate. I've not removed the card. I've not drawn a card from it. No events, no ideas. So we take half of these 3. Rounded up. So that's 2. We take 2 of these. So 1, 2. That one goes away. And we'll shuffle bot 2 deck up. Right, there we go. And let's say I don't really need to shuffle that. It's not been touched. Okay, it's not the end of age. So we're now moving in the last round. So I think I was going to get the cards drawn, but I think I'll just leave that because I'm closing in on an hour there as well. So yeah, that's another part, but no actual gameplay, is it? Yeah, should be able to get through that bit of it quicker now that I know what I'm doing in relation to, but well, no point spoiling things now. It's taking long enough. Well, what is this? This is part 84. So yeah, I would still probably can reach part 90, I would think. But I might be able to get through this last round a bit quicker. We'll see. So I will just leave that to come back to the first phase, draw cards phase, which is part of the next turn anyway. So the next round. Only 4 events to draw, and then yeah. And we'll see what happens. We'll see what Austria are going to do. Well, it's quite interesting. So I'll hopefully get back to that later today. Yeah. If not later today, tonight. There's some things that might happen later this afternoon, but we'll see. And if not, I do have tomorrow. I'm off tomorrow as well and Sunday, so I'll be able to get. I think that's close that we could get if I just stuck with it. I suppose I'm getting a bit weary of it. Not only because I've been playing it for so long. It's been sitting here for so long, and I suppose that can be the downside to me playing the games the way I do, that it can drag on a little bit. Still don't know what I'm going to do next. I was watching back a little video footage of my Red vs Reverse game, and that kind of got me quite thinking about getting back to that again. I want to go back to Unconditional Surrender and try and move it on, but I feel like that's going to be a bit of a chore. just to get it started again, because it's a big game, and I possibly shouldn't have started that second scenario, really, because it was a bigger scenario than the first one, and that took me long enough. I remember doing that the last time, was it Red Storm, and I went and started another scenario, and then it was silly to do that. I think with these games you should play a scenario and then stop, and then come back to it. Don't start another one, because you probably had enough of it, or you're just about to have enough of it, and then you can come back to it fresh. As this, I mean, I'm keen on playing more of this game. I am, but I think it'd be a mistake for me to like stop this, finish this, and then move on to the next. What is it? I think the purple, is it a purple phoenix or something? That's the one Bridger done next anyway. But and like move on to something like that. I think that would be a mistake. I think I would burn myself out. So I think I know that here. So right, okay, I'll be back later to start the last round. Cheers.